Hello, it's Ben here, Project Manager with Naturehood. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your Friday. We've had a lovely week here in Naturehood. We've passed 2,000 people registered and activated in the platform, which is really, really exciting. So a big thank you to everyone who's come over and joined us during the week. It's been a great week in the feed. Big thanks to Malcolm for a lovely, lovely live session on Wednesday. It was great seeing around his garden and just a different character to the gardens, but how you can combine a lovely, peaceful and decorative garden with something that's really wildlife friendly as well. So thank you very much to Malcolm for doing that. On Monday, Claire hosted a little Q&A about the Nature Space Challenge. That's still in the feed on an event thread. If you are doing your Nature Space Challenge and you do have questions, or if you've got pictures of interesting critters that you found while doing your Nature Space Challenge, that thread's going to stay active. And if you do post into that, then Claire will be able to get back to you and give you advice on how to get the best out of the challenge. We had lots of other stuff going on in the feed as well. Particular note to Justine, who's posted some fantastic camera trap pictures of a fox and a hedgehog in her nature space. And if you do have camera traps or anything like that, it's really, really good to see all these visitors, particularly at night when we don't always get to see them firsthand. John also has been sharing pictures of what looks like a very ambitious pond project. Best of luck with that, John. Keep us posted on how it goes, and I hope you get lots and lots of good, rewarding fun out of the pond once it's actually done. In terms of the groups, we've had a few new groups come in. Freeland, Wellesbourne and Tory Glen have all appeared within the groups listing, so it's really, really good to see that. What we are going to be asking people in the future is if you're registering to establish a Naturehood, if you can come with a handful of people from your community ready to sign up and join, it just gives a group that little bump start to get things moving and be ready to sort of post and start sharing your experience and connecting with your group. So in future, we'll be asking people who are registering a group to do that. In terms of what we're looking at next week, the theme is edible gardens. So whether that's an allotment, or if you've got a veg patch, or if you've just got a few tubs and planters and things around your space, it's a really good opportunity to attract wildlife, and you get food out of the end of the process as well. So it's a double win on that. Unfortunately, it means you've got me doing the live feed on Wednesday, so I'm afraid you'll have more of my voice to cope with, but I'll be taking you around my space. If you've seen my original one, you get an introduction to the space I'm in. But I think in common with a lot of people, since lockdown came in, we've really got into the gardening and the food growing spirit of things. So I'll take you through some of the features that we've brought into our space over the last few months. Fantastic news for next week is we have a couple of team members who've been on downtime due to the COVID release scheme. They're coming in, and so Chloe and Joe are going to start becoming more visible within the Naturehood community, and they're going to be really reaching out to some of our established networks in Oxford and Swindon, and hopefully bringing those groups on and really starting to get some major activity in those groups. So it's a hugely exciting development, and we really look forward to welcoming Chloe and Joe back on Tuesday. Finally, one thing for the weekend, it's a very good time of year to be cleaning out your bird feeders. If you don't do that on at least an annual basis, there's a possibility that your bird feeders could harbour diseases which they can pass on to other birds. At Naturehood, we're not prescriptive about feeding birds. If you want to feed birds, then go ahead and feed birds. It's a fantastic thing to see. But what we do personally is we feed during the winter when resources are scarce, and in the springtime when birds are expending a huge amount of energy raising their young. We tend to wind down our bird feeders in the summer and autumn. Food's plentiful, and it's good to allow the birds to develop their natural foraging and hunting techniques rather than maybe becoming dependent on the bird feeder. So if that's the way you're working and you are winding down your bird feeders, it's a very good opportunity to give them a good clean, ready for when they come out again later on in the year. And I'll post a link to the BTO site down below, which has got some really, really good advice on how to go about cleaning your bird feeders and making sure that it's a hygienic environment for the birds going forward. That's it from me. Have a lovely weekend, and I look forward to catching up with everyone next week. Take care. Bye.